Hi everyone, I'm Susan Mulvihill. The sight of these ripening tomatoes makes me very happy. Unfortunately, they're in the minority because I have way more green tomatoes than I have ripe ones. And of course, my goal is to get as many ripe ones as possible by the end of our growing season. This is the second of a series of 3 videos about pruning your tomato plants so that you get the maximum amount of ripe tomatoes by the end of your season. Now, I live in eastern Washington in Zone 5, and we could possibly get a frost around the middle of September, although in recent years it's been later than that. But I use the middle of September as kind of a benchmark for me. Now, if you live in a bit warmer area, what you will want to do is to take a calendar and count back a few weeks so that you know when to do the first pruning, the second pruning, and the third. So the first pruning that I did was a few weeks ago in early to mid-August, and that was to kind of rein back in the plants. Today what we're going to do is get a little more serious and do some severe pruning on the plants just to really get them to listen and ripen up. What I did in my first video is I basically shortened all of the plants. And of course they didn't listen to what I was trying to tell them because they shot up with new stalks, and there's also flowers on the tops of all of them. And this one even just got pollinated. But there is no way these little flowers are going to make it as mature tomatoes by the end of the season. And so they need to come off. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut back even more severely. I'm going to cut back right above any tomatoes that I think will be mature by the end of the season. And I'm going to take off some of these side branches. Now, while you're pruning, if you accidentally cut off a tomato that would have made it by the end of the season, don't beat yourself up over it because there's plenty of tomatoes on there and it's okay. So here I just told you not to feel badly if you accidentally clip off a tomato. Oops. So I just did it. Oh well, it happens to everybody. The best way to avoid doing that is to take a branch, follow it back until you get to a nice sized tomato and clip it off right above. However, when you think of how intertwined our tomato patches are this time of year, it can happen, and you know, it's a sad thing, but you just have to move on. You are going to be amazed at how well these pruning techniques work on your tomatoes. And when you see me next time, with a little luck, you're going to see all sorts of ripe tomatoes. Happy gardening!